So, in the new Keynesian quantity constant model with money, that simple quantity constant model, household can only hold good and money asset, and the budget constant is W plus D plus MB, that is W means wage, D means dividend, and the MB, that means money balance, is that the expenditure on goods and money balance at the end. So the important point is here that the here incorporate two periods and the utility of the individual. It depends on consumption and leisure as the present period as well as next period. Thus the households are concerned with the future real wage and future price level and the next period quantity constraints in the goods and labor market. So with money is introduced, the choice of current income not necessarily be equal to the planned current consumption. So consider the current income labor supply choice in this model, and households are constraints in the labor market. The labor supply is the current period depends on the willingness to consume of the individual and the non wage income, and the expectation about being ration in the labor market. That is, the meaning of this line is that the consumption of the individual depends on the non wage income as well as uh, wage income, and the expectation of the uh, individual that the labor will be rationed in the market, and thus then the households are ration wage income is in this. Here consider that the wage income is O at this point, at this point sorry, at this point, that is here, at this level, uh, the green line is, suppose I can put a name here, that is J. So the ration wage income is ration in the labor market, and the wage income is, suppose this is 0 and 0 y, and this point suppose y 0, and that is 0 y 0, and the non-wage income is, sorry, non-wage income is 0 y 0, and wage income is y0 c1, y0 c1 here. But the choice between goods and real money balance of the households are that the money equal, the total money equal, that is in the next slide, that that is mm, at this point, and the total money balance equal to ym, and if the resource are spent on goods, then the demand is om, and they want to put all the money and the plan to end the period with the real balance mb. This is the budget constants. At point e, the household's demand is oc1, and the quantity of money is om0. This is o, at this point om0. And now in case of figure 3, that OL1 amount of supply labor by the individual and OC1 demands of good. Now households are rationing the labor market and the household can only supply OL0 and amount of labor and the out and total income is OY. This point is O and OY at this amount, and the budget line shift from in figure 2, that is MB to ND, because labor market are rationed, households are rationed in the labor market, that is why labor supply fall. And in figure 3 we getting a locus, and that is joining and get x and z, we join this and getting a locus. So YZ schedule, this YZ schedule shows the effective demand by the household for output at various level of employment is considered here, but any change in the real wage rate, quantity of real balance test and expenditure will shift the effective demand schedule. In the next slide show that the neo-Keynesian model analyzes that short run there is equilibrium, but in the longer time period that the labor supply is OL1 and the uh, output is OY1, but the effective demand is OY2 at this level OY2, and that is the effective demands of the output that is lesser than the what amount of output is available to the market. So the effective demand is OY2, which is lower than the available supply of output. Household labor supply is OLAs, that much amount of labor is available in the economy, but labor demand is only LK, and excess supply of goods, so excess supply of good in the market, that is YKY1 and excess labor in the labor market. So Walrasian law does not hold, and after the introduce the money supply in the economy, thus the situation that is the Keynesian employment, that is one of the main results we are getting from this model, that in the Keynesian model market is not clear.